Hello everyone, and welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you all can hear me okay, and it looks like you can. So we're just gonna dive right into the charts and talk about this pump that we've had. So coming in, let's just start straight away, and then we can get into Ethereum and then other requests. So what we were talking about the other day is it will be pretty much all short plays off of this value area high, with the first take profit filling this fair value gap down here until you break out of this fair value area high, which you did right here, closing above it specifically, and then continuation to the upside is most likely going to occur, and that's exactly what we got. We got continuation to the upside, but right here, and something interesting at least to talk about, is a swing failure pattern off of this high at 20,379. So we do have a swing failure pattern that formed on the 4-hour time frame, or you can even say the 1-hour time frame, based off of this high. So the real question is right now, and just to note also, the first take profit for a swing failure pattern will be the 618 of that move. So technically it would be this low to this high. So the technical target right now is the 618, which is 19,220. Looking at the 1 hour, which I did just a bit earlier, shows you that there's a good support and resistance level, right? A lot of wicks down there. You can see there's a lot of support and resistance at this price level. So it is does have extra confluence along with just the technical target of the swing failure pattern. Now the question is, does this swing failure pattern actually play out? They don't always play out, of course. So I just want to give some conditions to whether or not I think it's going to play out. So the two things that we can base off of is one, market structure in the 1 hour time frame, and two, this actual swing failure pattern. So if we close above, first of all, if you want to be more conservative, actually just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second, the bank is calling. I lost all my money. No, I'm kidding. I just had to close an account, and they just had to call me back, so I had to take that call. I apologize, but just remember I'm not working for you, so you can't really get mad at me. Anyway, so so if you want to be more a conservative, right? You want to wait longer. You don't want to be more aggressive on this move, then obviously you're going to wait for the actual invalidation of the swing failure pattern, which would be any price action. So just price going above the previous high of 20,465. So 20,465 is going to be that number. Anything above that invalidates the swing failure pattern, invalidates that move down to the 618, and then you most likely can have continuation upside. That continuation from me. What I am looking for is this big macro target which we've talked about a while ago when we were down, up and down, had this swing failure pattern, but kind of negated for quite some time, to be honest. But if we get above this price level, then the 618 plus the market structure break on the 4-hour time frame all the way back here at 21,000 for the 618, and then most likely just going to retest that market structure break at 21,100 roughly. Is where I'm going to look. So if you want to be more conservative, then that gives you. If you want to be really aggressive, then I would say any price action also back up into this region right here. I would urge you. I don't say urge, but I would recommend. Not that I can really tell you what to do. I would recommend putting taking the conservative approach. But if you want to be more aggressive, then any price action above 20,379 from now on will then give you that confirmation they most likely continue higher. Just because that any price action above there is technically not an entry for a swing fed pattern. So just a side note there. To the flip side, for continuation to the downside, or if you want, if you're not convinced we're going down yet, which I definitely think there can be a case made for. I definitely think this is a possibility that we break this swing fed pattern. If you just want a strict bias, like me guessing, I do think we're probably going to continuation to the if there's going to be continuation to the upside, just to that one target, then down. But if you're still not convinced that we are going to continue to the downside, right? If you are convinced that we're going to continue upside and you want an invalidation point for the uptrend, then we could take this line right here, which we've still yet to break. We wicked below, which is fine, but closed above this market structure line at 19,868. So any closure below 19,868 on the 1 hour time frame will then give you confirmation that we did actually flip market structure, because we didn't, in fact. So we are in this weird situation where the market structure still says that we're going to continue upside, which is where my honest bias is. Plus, we are stuck in between the swing fed pattern, which tells you we're most likely to continue to the downside, and have heavy downside. So, bits of a toss up there. Bias for me is that 618 still, just to be completely honest. Let's look at the SPX. Taking a look at the SPX, we did break out of this small range. We filled this gap coming into yesterday's open. Closed this open, came back today. Actually, just going small time frames. Came back and filled the gap from the weekend, from this gap right here on the larger time frames. And now we're going to have continuation to the upside. And that is what I'm looking at, is just heavy continuation upside. Where does this stop? Where does this move end? Just be aware that there's a lot of news coming out in the next few days, so a lot of these ideas kind of depend on it. Necessarily Bitcoin, because we're already at that make or break point. I don't think this will affect that, but in terms of the SPX and macro continuation, probably is going to that's going to have a lot to play in. First of note is this huge fair value gap right here, ending at what is this? The 38.27. So 38.27. You most likely can have you're gonna most likely gonna have a rejection off and then continuation downside. That's what I'm looking for. So if you have some sort of move like that, and then I'm just looking at the SPX just to get a bias for Bitcoin. So I do think Bitcoin also goes to the 618 plus the 387 on SPX. Then we get continuation to the downside for that. So now looking at Ethereum itself, let's actually do Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And then I'll look at Ethereum, and then any coins you guys want to look at, but it doesn't look like anybody's watching, so we will then probably wrap it up. So, looking at Ethereum versus Bitcoin, we've been looking at this fair value gap for a long time. We was continuing saying that eventually the holy fill. We're still working our way down to the bottom of it, so I still think continuation to the downside is most likely in the higher time frames. Now looking at Ethereum. Ethereum itself, 4-hour time frame. It's not much has changed in the daily, honestly. 4-hour time frame. Came up, broke out of the point of control, retested point of control as support right there, this huge wick, but we close above at least. We can actually pull this all the way over. Held it as support, and now we're back at the excuse me, the value area high, which we're rejecting off. So if we close the 4 hour below the value area low, that's most likely going to be a good short play. Looking at the small time frames just to see if we did in fact, you did print the swing failure pattern right there, which would essentially give you this 618, which you hit, or actually, sorry, I apologize. This 618, which you then hit, then you actually broke the low. So I would consider this to be a market structure break on Ethereum itself. What do you expect market structure breaks to pull back into? The 705 plus the order blocks. So we pull our Fibonacci levels. We have the 705 actually plus the bearish order block, thankfully, and the last significant move up before the market structure break to be right there as well. So we actually came up into that already. So this looks like good, at least for good continuation to the downside. Small time frames, especially filling these fair value gaps down here. So I do think Ethereum, based off of the 705 rejection, can get a move down to at least 1330, if not lower. I do expect this to go lower on higher time frames, and then you can just come back and retest this point control. So what invalidates ideas, or what makes me change that, is any closure above the 705 Fibonacci retracement. If you want to be more aggressive on that, if you want to be more conservative, then any closure above 1358.30. So, all right, cool. Sounds good. And I think I will end it there on a short one. Doesn't seem like many people are watching. So we're gonna end it there. I thank you all very much for watching. I may be streaming tomorrow. I'm not too sure. But I will get in if I can, like today. And if not, I can always just record a video, like a 10-minute video throughout the day. So thank you all very much for watching. Links in the description below for our Discord server. Come and join. It's a lot of good trades in there, and links in the description below for our Discord link. Also, a lot of good trades in there. So hope to see you there. Bye, guys.